girls, and welcome back. Happy Holy Week. As you can see, we're moving forward and getting closer and closer and closer to Easter, and I hope you're excited as I am. This Thursday is Maundy Thursday, and I thought maybe we should go back and we should continue resurrection eggs. So today we are going to talk about egg number 2, and any guesses maybe what color egg number 2 is, or what's in egg number 2? If you guessed pink, pink is egg number 2. What do you think might be inside? All right, inside egg number 2 is some coins. Do you have coins around your house? Why don't you pause the video and go find some coins that you might have on your dresser, maybe in your car, or maybe they're like way down deep in your couch. So pause here and we'll wait for you to come back. All right, do you have your coins in your hand? Let's hear them, shake them. So, to remind us of the 30 pieces of silver that Judas received for betraying Jesus into the hands of the Jewish leaders. If you want to read this together as a family, you can read it from Matthew 26, verses 14 through 16. All right, the explanation is the Jewish leaders wanted to get rid of Jesus. He was not the kind of Messiah or Son of God they wanted. They were looking for God to send a warrior-like king when riding on a horse, not a donkey. One that would come and overthrow the Roman Empire that ruled over the Jews, but that was not God's plan. Do you remember on Sunday, we celebrated Palm Sunday, and Jesus rode in on a, hopefully you remember, a donkey, yes. Instead of a conquering warrior-like king, Jesus came as a man, peaceful, humble, and full of God's love. He came to show us that his love was true goodness only that came from the Father in heaven. And this goodness is what God causes to happen in our hearts when we follow him. But again, only God can bring about his goodness. We can't do anything good without him. The Pharisees, however, would be going around prating and showing off how good they thought they were, and yet their hearts were not good. They were judgmental, selfish, and prideful, and Jesus wanted people to know that this was wrong. He taught that it is not what we're like on the outside that's important, but what's in our hearts. Jesus said if our hearts are made clean, then we would be clean and pleasing on the outside also. Jesus told the Pharisees that we were doing was wrong and they needed to change. This made the Pharisees and the Jewish leaders mad. They did not want Jesus to tell them they were sinful. They wanted to continue living selfish, prideful lives. They did not want to change and be like God wanted them to. This is what sin really is, living our lives being disobedient to God. Judas was one of Jesus' disciples who at first followed him, but decided to be disobedient. What does disobedient mean? Did you guess it? Because it means if you don't listen carefully, then you're not listening to those who are in authority. Who might be in authority? People like mom and dad, or our teachers, or grandparents. Those are authorities that God places in our lives. By disobeying, Judas, was choosing to throw away his love for God. He did this by betraying Jesus to be his enemies, leading the Jewish leaders to know where Jesus could find and be put to death. And Judas betrayed Jesus for, do you have your coins? 30 pieces of silver. When someone betrays, it's a sin. Betraying is when someone lies pretending to be your friend, but instead is really your enemy. Even though Judas was one of Jesus' trusted disciples, he turned against Jesus. And as a result, the Jewish leaders captured Jesus so he could put him on trial for saying he was God. So, if you have that money still with you, maybe it's a good time to think about where or who could you give your money to. You could give your money to maybe people who needed to go buy supplies or need to buy food. You could give it to small businesses who are maybe struggling right now. You know, you could even give it here to your church to support the ministries and things that are going on. All right, well, thanks for joining us today. Make sure you use your money wisely, and I hope you enjoy your Holy Week. Thanks for joining us.